shall be saved. That happens every day. That's not something that you do one time and come up here. We need to be saved every day. And what does it mean to be saved?
Protected.
What else? It's been a while. Now, we have to understand that when we talk about the King James Version of the Bible, it was written in Old English, which means some of the translation could have been lost. So what we do is you have to go back and look and see what language it was speaking in. And the Bible does give you that. But it says, you say, if you believe in your heart that Jesus Christ was raised from the dead, that you shall be saved. And what does saved mean? Christ-like. Okay, very good. Christ-like. Delivered. Christ-like. But does it mean that you have to come into the church to be saved? Okay, I'm talking to the right people. All right. Does it mean that you have to wear a certain kind of clothes to be saved? Okay, I'm still talking to the right people. I'm just making sure. I'm going in this direction because this is the way he's leading for right now.
Okay.
But what does it really mean to be saved? And now what I did was I looked it up in the Strong's Concordance, and it says saved means to be delivered, protected, healed, preserved, and to be made whole. That's what it means to be saved. Do we need protection every day?
Yes.
Do we need to be delivered every day?
Yes.
So we need to be saved every day. Now, I know we have this perception of what it means to be saved. I mean, I grew up in the church. I grew up in the church when I was 9 years old, and my perception of being saved meant a certain kind of clothes you had to wear. Women had to wear their hair a certain kind of way, and they had to wear hats. And that's what, now that might not have been, that might not have been what the preacher was trying to preach, but that's the way it came across to me. So what I want to make sure that we understand what it means to be saved when we say we're saved. When we say we're saved, we're saying we're being protected. We're delivered. Now, who don't want to be saved? See, a lot of young people say, I don't want to be saved. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Now listen, I'm not trying to make a way out of here, but if we need to understand what we're talking about when we say saved. Okay? Who doesn't want to be protected? Who doesn't want to be delivered? Who doesn't want to be healed? Who will raise their hand and say if they were sick right now, they don't want to be healed? So, but y'all heard the young people say, I don't want to be saved right now.
I say it too.
I don't want to be protected. But you didn't understand what it meant to be saved. For some reason, he has me going this way, and we studied this. And the thing about studying, we have to study it. Because we really don't get it the first time. Sometimes we forget. So I've even forgotten the definition of what it means to be saved. But we need to understand what it really means to be saved. When we say how great God is, he's great enough to protect us. He's great enough to deliver us. He's great enough to heal us. He's great enough to make us whole. What that means to make us whole is to make us one with him. That's how good it is. I know. We want to have a sit-down session, and we like to have a question and answer session. And I like that. We might do it today. Y'all have some questions for me? Any questions?
I did, but you answered it.
I did?
While you was talking.
What was that question?
When you said to be delivered, I was saying is that something daily, but you already answered.
I can hear
When you said being delivered, like being saved means to be delivered.
Right.
I was going to say it was that something daily, because we always have something to be delivered from.
Daily.
But you had already answered.
Every day we have something that we need to be delivered from. Whether it be a car, a child, job, whatever. There's something that we need to be delivered from. And that's the reason why we say we have to seek his face daily. Okay? And that takes me into the lesson for today. Okay, do you have any inspiration words for us before we get started? Lord give you anything special? Did?
Yes.
Come on up.
Okay.
Y'all give her a hand and she come on up.
Well, I woke up this morning and I didn't want to come to church because Kelly was up all night. She had diarrhea. She was throwing up, so I didn't really get to sleep. And I was just like, I'm not going to church. I don't feel like, having her throwing up at church or anything. But she stopped. And I just been, I'm not going to say going through a lot of things, but I have my personal struggles. Mm-hmm. And I'm still trying to find peace within myself. And it's easy to thank God and to praise him when things are going your way when you have money, when you have a car, when you have a house. So this morning when I got up and I was frustrated, I didn't want to come to church. I'm like, I'm not gonna go. And that's when God said, you press your way. When you don't want to come, when you don't want to do something, that's when you have to force yourself, because it's something God has for you. It's something in the house. And I remember a couple weeks ago, I told everybody, when you come to church, come expecting something. I'm like, how can you tell people to come expecting something and you don't want to come because you and your feelings or you have your doubts? So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go to church. And I was going to get up and talk about it during testimony service, but I was early. So, I mean, it's just keep pushing. I don't know anybody that's going through, but just keep your faith, keep pushing, keep trusting God.
Right.
And I remember in a song he was saying he don't come when we want to, when we want him to, but he's always on time. And I was like, whew, okay. I know he has something great for me. I know, and I want it now. I just want to grab it. I want to hold it. I want to see it. I want to feel it. And just because I can't see it physically, I can still see it spiritually. And that's, I mean, by him just showing it to me, I'm like, okay. Sometimes we do get anxious. So when we don't get it, when we feel like we want it, or when we feel like we need it, we get a little doubtful. And like, well, is this really for me? Did he really suck at this? Because sometimes he shows us things that's bigger than our own imaginations. It's bigger than what we ask for. So it's like, I'm at the point where I'm at this waiting point, and it's kind of, I was getting a little frustrated, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep my faith.
That's it.
And I'm going to come to church expecting something. I come to church today expecting a whole lot. Peace is my number one thing.
All right.
And I just want to tell you all, whatever you're going through, just keep believing in God and just keep pressing forward. Every day you're going to have your struggles, your battles, but
That's right.
as long as he's with you, it's easy.
Yeah, yes.
I mean, it's not always easy, but it's better.
Right.
Yes.
And he will help you through it. So just believe in him and have faith.
Amen.
Amen.
Woo.
All right.
Good.